What changed after quarter time yesterday?
I think we probably controlled the ball a bit better, used the ball a bit better. I think in the first quarter we allowed Freo to pressure us, and they're a really good pressure side. So I think we worked the ball through them a bit better. We're a bit more composed with possession, and yeah, that sort of got us back in the game.
What does that win do for self-belief? Given you've been on a good streak, we hadn't played any of the really top sides for a while. What does that do for the group?
Yeah, I mean we'd won 6 in a row, but I guess the knock on us this year is we haven't done particularly well against the top side. So for us to have a win against the top side and the side who's probably been the benchmark this year is probably pretty good for our confidence and gives us that belief that yeah, we are in pretty good form.
Someone like Boomer, we're just amazed with his performance, just to really spark the side and really prove that sort of X factor when you needed it.
No, that doesn't surprise us at all because he's been doing it for 20 years. So it was good that he re-signed during the week, and yeah, we love playing with him.
And Goldie, I suppose we don't know what's going to happen in that fight, but he could soon become favourite for the Brownlow. His form, he sort of came back towards the end of the match and really proved himself against Sandy when he sort of was getting beaten early.
Yeah, he did. I think Sandlands was probably on top early, and that probably might have been indicative of how the game was going. But to Goldie's credit, he fought back really hard, and I think his last quarter was superb, and he was probably the one who probably dragged us over the line in the end.
Did you get a look at the fight incident? You probably can't say too much, but
I didn't know, so we'll have to probably just wait and see what happens, but hopefully good news for him.
What have you made of the Bulldogs so far? There's been plenty of talk about them, but you obviously haven't played them this year. Yeah,
I haven't played them, and actually haven't seen a lot of them play until probably the last few weeks, but just really exciting. And they had such a good start to the year, you were sort of thinking, oh well, they're probably playing above themselves, but they've proven that they've done it all year, so they're actually a genuine bona fide finals contender now. So they were probably disappointing yesterday, but their last month's been really, really good, so it's another big challenge for us.
Do you really feel like you're hitting your straps at the right time of the year?
Probably, yeah. The start of the year wasn't great, and it was good for us to iron out a few things we needed to. But our last sort of 6 or 7 weeks, we feel like we're building. We're probably not quite there just yet, but yeah, we're sort of getting it right at the right time of the year.
Having beaten Fremantle, I mean, does any team hold any fears for you at this point?
Oh, not really. I mean, if you're going to be a finals contender, you have to beat anyone. So we'll just take it as it comes and see what happens.
You're a different team to what you were last year, but do you think your best is better than last year?
Oh, it's hard to tell. Probably personnel-wise, with the addition of Higgins and Wade, we're probably better on paper. Whether that'll translate into performance is not sure just yet, but yeah, hopefully it will.
You really learned to grind victories out this year. Obviously in the past we've seen you play some really sort of devastating football and blow teams away, but it seems like this year you've really ground out some victories.
I think we're a more mature group now, so yesterday at quarter time there's no panic. We understand that if there is a deficit we don't need to sort of fight back in one quarter. We can sort of grind it out over the space of 3 quarters, and that's what we did yesterday. And I think the mature group understands that and understands that momentum shifts in footy happen, and if we can sort of get the momentum our way, it might take a little while, but a grinding win's just as good as a 10-goal win.
I know you can't talk about the Fife incident, but Ben Jacobs, how's he pulled up? Is he okay? He's not injured from the incident or anything like that?
Oh, I haven't asked him about it, but he looks fine this morning. He's joking and he's his usual self, so I don't imagine it's affected him too much.
Any sort of self-doubt creep into the group at all this year? I mean, after that Gold Coast game, things were looking pretty grim. Was there any doubt whether you could bounce back?
Oh, not so much doubt. It was more frustration that we weren't performing the way we knew we could. And it was trying to understand why and address those issues. And I think we're sort of on our way to doing that now, which is good.
Now the Bulldogs, I suppose when you look at the ladder position, it's a pretty vital game, and how important is it for you to finish as high as possible?
Yeah, that's important, but also it's just we're building momentum now. So the fact that we've had a pretty good streak and we need to try and keep that momentum going to finals is probably the main point for getting a few wins to end the year.
Do you plan on picking Sean Higgins' brain a little bit on the Dogs?
Well, he's got a massive head, so he must have a massive brain. But no, certainly he'll come into contention this week, and Brad will be picking his brain, and yeah, hopefully he's got some good stuff for us.
Good way to finish.
Good stuff for us too. Thanks.